Hello, boys and girls. My name is Big Papa J, and this is my channel, Big Papa J Games. Normally, I do a lot of gaming, but right now, I am actually doing a motherboard BIOS update for the new ASUS motherboard, just to ensure that I'm safe with my 7800X3D chipset, which you guys probably know by now is having issues with the SoC voltage. So, we're going to install the new BIOS, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Make it nice and simple. All right, so basically, I was on the ASUS site for my board. I have the Tough Gaming X70e Plus Wi-Fi board. I'm gonna move this over. So once you get there, all you gotta do is click the download button. You need an external drive, thumb drive, or even external SSD works fine. I have an external M.2 that I'm using that's in a case, external case. So I've downloaded it. I've put it into the file folder of my external drive. I'm going to extract the files from the zip file that you download into this drive to do that now. And then you're going to open this up and it opens it up here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click on this BIOS renamer and it's going to rename this file to whatever, like it's a cap file, I believe it is, that they rename it to. Yeah, c.cap. So if I do this, it runs it, press any key to continue, hit the button, and now it's named this. Now I take this and I cut it and I keep it on the root folder of this drive. And I paste it. Boom. Now, I have this actually plugged into a USB hub. Last time I had it plugged into the back of the motherboard. The hub is obviously plugged into the back of the motherboard. I want to see if this works by just going through the hub. I don't know if it does or doesn't. We might have to restart the computer and restart the computer and see how that goes. All right. So let's try this out. Um, all right, so that's all good. Let's restart the computer and get into my BIOS. It's a new computer for me. I can't remember the BIOS. I think it's either F2 or delete. Is usually one of the two. Sometimes it's F12. On this one, I believe it's F2 and delete. So I'm gonna just keep hitting the buttons and cross my fingers that I get into the BIOS. I've only done this once. Right now, I have the ah the one they released oh my god, the beta. Oh my god, I kept wanting to say BIOS. I have the beta version of this BIOS right now, that they released back at the beginning of May on here, but they have released the actual approved version. So I am that's what I'm updating to right now. And if you are an owner, a lucky person in this world to have a 7800X3D, yeah, deleter F2. Good, good, good. Um, you want to go to your board's manufacturing website, the manufacturer of your board's website, and make sure you download the BIOS fix for this, or you might run into the problem what many, not many, but a handful of select people in this world have run into that own the 7800X3D, and that is the SoC voltage melting your CPU. You don't want that, right? Right, right. Right. Okay. Anyway, so what we do want is to be able to. So I think what was happening, I think it had something to do with your DDR5, um, the DOCP. If you're that's like the XMP for like Intel and stuff like that, and other like other CPU, other memory chips for overclocking for their memory speed. Right, because my RAM is technically 4800 megahertz, but it's actually 6000 for the timing, for the speed, frequency. You know what I mean? But I have to get that, I have to enable DOCP, and I think that was actually causing some people's um, 7800X 3D CPUs to melt from the voltage coming in. And yeah, so this applies a fix so that way the voltage doesn't ever go over 1.3 volts on that pin. So let's do it. So on this one here, we're going to go into the advanced mode. And we're going to go into the, I think, yeah, BIOS version, BIOS build. So I've already done this once, so you're going to live with me here while I do this. Let's see it. No, let's go into advanced again, I believe. No, we will figure it out here. Tool, BIOS imaging rollback. So This is what we're going to go into, which is your ASUS Easy Flash 3 utility. So I think that's what we click on actually. Sorry, not that. We click on this. There we go. Now we got to find our external drive. So let's see if we can find that external drive. I think it's, I don't know what one it is. We will find out. Is it this guy? Well, oh, there's, oh, never mind. We found it right off the bat. I just want to click on a few of these and make sure I didn't have another drive connected that had crap. But it was that cap file. Just because I had the one drive connected to it earlier when I did the other cap file, well, as I said, the beta version, I wanted to make sure that still wasn't connected and I was making a mistake. So we're not. This is the one right here. And this was just, this would, no, see, this is the one that was just done. This was done on this. Oh no, this is, it was done on the, okay. This was done now, I guess. So if we have to update again, remember that we do have the right one. So 670 ELW. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's do our BIOS, boys and girls. New firmware. Yes. New firmware. It shouldn't take that long. I remember doing this on the weekend last weekend. It was only a couple of minutes. Sorry, guys. So just bear with it for a second. Okay, we're almost there. And it looks like things are going good on my firmware update for my earphones too. My IEM ear hooks, Bluetooth ear hooks. I'll get it out. If you guys are into music, this is a separate note. Feels makes an amazing, absolutely amazing set. Oh, we're set. Here we go. One sec. Bluetooth ear hooks for your IEMs. You can get it in what is it, MMCX or whatever, XC connectors, or the 2-pin 0.78 mil connectors. I do those because that's what most of mine are. And I have an adapter to go to MMXC or whatever it's called. I can't think of the acronym properly right now off the top of my head. But anyways, the FIO here, they are amazing. They're around, I think, around 100 to 120 US. I'm Canadian. It cost me around 150 Canadian, I think. They turn any of your IEMs into Bluetooth. They drive even. I can even put them on my Edition XS through my Edition XS, my Hi-Fiman planar magnetic Edition XS that are hard to drive. Not like stupid hard to drive, but they're a large studio headphone, and they are hard to drive in comparison to just a regular, regular over-the-ear headset that isn't like, a planar magnetic or a high quality headphone. These can actually hook up to them with an adapter to 3.5 mil for each one, and it actually drives these. That's how good these are and how powerful they can be. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't get super loud, but it gets loud enough that, like, I don't like, it's comfortable and it's not, there's times I actually have to turn it down a bit, so it gets that loud. Yeah, overall, it's a good. They're great, and the cool part is they also have Adaptive X adaptive. So there's like you get super high quality and super low latency. So when you're gaming with them, you're not like having the problem where someone's talking and the mouth moves like the mouth moves and the talking comes. Well, when you hear the talking, it comes like a half second later. Not it's all in line. Lines up because of the low latency of Adaptive X adaptive, and then unlike Adaptive X low latency, you get the high quality of Adaptive X HD at the same time. So like Adaptive X adaptive is the best of everything all into one, and this supports that. So you can say goodbye to latency and say goodbye to low quality Bluetooth headphones, basically. Everything you hear will be great and on par. And yeah, so I would totally recommend these guys to anybody who's looking to upgrade their IEMs to a Bluetooth. So that's my spiel on that. Well, this is finishing here. Oh. Oh, visit my friggin' CPU. Yeah, F1 setup. Cool. Here we are. Okay. Let's show my Bluetooth, my other one here. It does. Small RAM, 512 gig USB. Okay. That's my alley little purchase. It actually wasn't that bad. It works great. So a little M.2 drive off alley for like 30 bucks for 512 gigs. It was a good little buy. Okay, let's save and exit. Okay. There we go. And that has now been updated.